What is going on, guys? Welcome to my first ever Fortnite countdown video here on the channel. Today we're breaking down on the top 10 most fun things ever in Fortnite. These could be any items ever. These could either be vaulted or unvaulted. I make this video and hope Epic hears this and adds these things to Fortnite in the near future. So, with that being said, let's get to the number 10 spot. And coming in at number 10, we have the storm flips. The storm flips, if you don't know what they are, they basically say it right in the name. They could flip the storm. They're really good way to escape the storm, quite fun. And they're kind of like the stink bombs in a way too. They were just a fun, totally out there item to use. Coming in now at the number 9 spot, we have the Buggy Bombs. The Buggy Bombs are Chapter 1 Fortnite. This is signature Fortnite. It's what made the game so unique, just putting these fun items, and Buggy Bombs were one of the first things. These were such good to use if you were the one throwing them, and that's why they're in at the number 9 spot. Really fun and kind of OP item. Moving on now, coming in at the number 8 spot, we have a tie. The Batman Grappler and Jules' Grappler. These two grapplers are really fun to use and more fun than the regular grappler in my opinion. It's really good for mobility, and it's so satisfying just getting that really long grapple. The mobility, as I said before, is insane. And they're balanced too for people on the receiving end because you're forced to pull at a glider. And now coming in at the number 7 spot, we have crash pads. I like these better than bouncers in my opinion, and this is also kind of biased because I am not an OG. But anyways, crash pads are really cool. These things are insane for trick shots, decent for getting out of the storm, and they're kind of a meme item because you can do a lot of weird things with them. People always test that. I feel like every update, people are always testing something with the crash pads, with the new thing. Did I mention they save you from fall damage no matter how high? Yes, I love it. Moving on now to the number 6 spot, and coming in at number 6, we have junk rifts. Okay, this might be a controversial spot. These things might be a little bit higher than you thought they would be, but in my opinion, they were really fun to use. Just a random thing would come out of the sky once you threw it. And they one-shotted you, and they could smash through builds. Just a really OP item, and in my opinion, deserving of that number 6 spot. Now, coming in at the number 5 spot, I'm sure people would agree that this should be on the list. It's the flint knock pistol. By far my favorite pistol of all time. This thing did massive amount of damage, even though it wasn't really more used for combat. It was more used for getting high ground and trick shotting. Trick shotting and high ground were the main two things. I guess without this, it's back to the sweaty builds for trying to get back to high ground on your sweaty opponent. But oh well, we can live with it for a bit longer, I suppose. Just a really fun thing. I'm sure the whole community, or at least most of the community, wants this thing back. That's why it's in at the number 5 spot. Okay, moving on to the number 4 spot, we've got cars. And cars are probably the inspiration why I made this list. When these things came into the game, they were kind of a breath of fresh air for me and my friends. They were just... I can't remember the last time we played around in playground mode with the new gunner vehicle. Well, it's great. You could race. They're also really OP if you run them over. They're a great source of mobility. These could be higher on the list if they weren't new, but they're probably my favorite vehicle that's ever been added, and it immediately fixed the mobility problem. So that's why they're already really high on this list. Coming in at number 3, I'm sure OGs only have used this and remember this, the guided missile. I honestly found out about this like a week ago, and this thing is really dang cool. It was a rocket launcher, but you could guide where the rocket goes. That's exactly what a fun item is. And apparently, it was the best gun in the game when it first got added. And you could rocket ride. You can do a lot of creative things with this because I hear people got creative with them. Really fun thing. I hope they bring this back, or at least like a Nerf version at least. But anyway, still a fun, and that's why it's really high up on this list. And now, coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Rift 2 Ghosts. Oh wow. Rift 2 Ghosts for starters look cool. They're amazing for mobility. They just perfectly fit in with Fortnite. You could also do some weird things because they had some decent range. They could pick up players near you, and sometimes they could pick up enemies. I once saw a clip of a streamer named Nicky30 rifts a player into their traps and they won the game. That's really awesome, and so ingenious and so fun, just like Fortnite is, and would be even more fun if this thing got added. And now, the number one spot on this list is shockwave grenades. Shockwave grenades are really fun. This is a tough spot. This is a really tough ranking. Pretty much anything on this list could really be on the number 1 spot, but I decided to put shockwave grenades on this list for now because they're good for mobility, they're good for trick shots, they're good for being really OP, and they're also good for getting the community to like them. I don't know any single person that really dislikes the shockwave grenades, and that's why for now they're in the number 1 spot. But be sure to have them back because one of the mythic weapons at Catty Corner is a shockwave grenade launcher. Hopefully we see shockwaves in regular chests in the near future. Sure. And that will do it. I know a lot of people miss old Fortnite. Most of my friends do, and it's probably mainly because of these things that I just said. Some of them exist in current Fortnite, which is amazing. And I hope Fortnite keeps on going the way they're going because we can have a lot of these back in the near future. But until then, see ya.